Welcome, high achievers and aspiring efficiency masters, to BookMint, the podcast dedicated to distilling the wisdom from the world's most impactful books. Today, we're not just reading a book, we're unlocking a powerful mindset, a practical methodology designed to transform your professional output and reclaim your personal life. Are you constantly overwhelmed, feeling like you're working harder but achieving less? Do you dream of a system that allows you to make more, work less, and experience profound clarity in your daily life? If so, then prepare to be captivated by Work the System, the simple mechanics of making more and working less, revised 3rd edition 2019 by the incredibly insightful Sam Carpenter. This isn't about quick fixes or motivational fluff. It's about a fundamental shift in how you perceive and manage your world, turning chaos into predictable, profitable order. This book provides a blueprint, a practical guide to seeing your life and business as a collection of systems and then optimizing them for peak performance and effortless results. Before we delve into Sam Carpenter's brilliant, actionable framework, I have a quick request. If you find value in these summaries, please take a moment to like this video, share it with anyone who's striving for greater efficiency and freedom, and crucially, subscribe to BookMint. Your support empowers us to continue delivering these deep dives into essential reads. Now let's stop merely working in the system and start truly working the system.
Chapter 1. The New Mindset. Seeing Systems Everywhere. Sam Carpenter begins Work the System by introducing what he considers the absolute bedrock of his philosophy, a radical shift in perspective, moving from seeing chaotic individual events to recognizing the underlying systems that produce every result in our lives, both personal and professional. He recounts his own transformative journey from a state of constant overwhelm, working 80-hour weeks in a failing business, to achieving unparalleled success and personal freedom by embracing this systems mindset. This chapter is not just an introduction, it's an awakening, a call to fundamentally alter how we perceive reality. Carpenter asserts that everything, from the smallest routine task to the most complex business operation, is a system. Our morning routine is a system. Our email management is a system. How we handle customer complaints is a system. And how our entire business operates is a collection of interconnected systems. The problem, he argues, is that most people are working in their systems without truly understanding or managing them. They react to problems as isolated incidents rather than recognizing them as predictable outputs of flawed underlying systems. This reactive approach leads to wasted effort, recurring errors, frustration, and ultimately burnout. The core idea presented is that if you want to change a result, you must change the system that produces it. This sounds deceptively simple, but Carpenter emphasizes its profound implications. It means letting go of the tendency to blame individuals or bad luck and instead focusing on the mechanics. If a machine produces faulty parts, you don't blame the machine, you examine and fix the process. He urges readers to adopt this same logical, objective, and somewhat detached scientific approach to all aspects of their lives. He differentiates between two types of systems. Macro systems. These are the overarching, high-level processes, like a business's entire operation, a department's function, or a person's entire life management strategy. Microsystems. These are the smaller, discrete processes that make up the macro systems, such as how you check email, how you prepare for a meeting, or how you onboard a new client. The objective is to identify both, document them, and then optimize them. Carpenter uses powerful analogies to drive home his point. He compares a well-run business to a finely tuned machine or a carefully constructed sports team, where each component or player process has a clearly defined role and operates with precision. The opposite is a chaotic scramble where everyone is firefighting. This chapter is designed to break down conventional thinking. It's about empowering the individual to take control by providing a framework to analyze and improve their world. By adopting the systems mindset, individuals can move from feeling like victims of circumstances to becoming deliberate architects of their outcomes. Carpenter promises that once this shift occurs, the path to working less and making more becomes not just possible, but logical and inevitable. It's the essential first step, the lens through which all subsequent actions and improvements will be viewed. Chapter 2. The 3 Levels of Awareness. Your Journey to Control. Building upon the foundational systems mindset, Sam Carpenter introduces the crucial concept of the 3 levels of awareness, guiding the reader through an evolutionary journey toward complete control over their personal and professional systems. This chapter outlines a progression of understanding and engagement that directly correlates with an individual's level of effectiveness and the amount of work they have to do. Level 1. The reactive mindset, the victim. At this lowest level, individuals are entirely reactive. They perceive life and work as a series of unpredictable events and emergencies. Problems are seen as isolated incidents, and solutions are often temporary fixes or band-aids. People at this level are constantly firefighting, feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and often blaming external factors, bad luck, difficult people, market conditions for their struggles. They work long hours, are often exhausted, and feel a lack of control. Carpenter describes this as being in the forest, so focused on individual trees, problems, that they cannot see the entire forest, the systems. The critical characteristic here is a complete lack of awareness that underlying systems are producing these predictable, undesirable results. Level 2. The recognizing mindset, the fixer. This is the transitional level, where individuals begin to intuitively sense that there might be patterns, that problems aren't entirely random. They start recognizing that certain issues recur, but they still don't fully grasp the concept of underlying systems. When a problem arises, they try to fix it, often by implementing a new tool, a slightly different procedure, or by exerting more personal effort. They might achieve temporary improvements, but without understanding the root system, their solutions often fail to prevent recurrence. Carpenter characterizes these individuals as occasionally glimpsing the forest, but quickly getting pulled back into the trees. They are trying harder, but without a systemic approach, their efforts often lead to exhaustion without lasting resolution. This level is marked by a dawning awareness, but incomplete understanding and application. Level 3. The systems mindset, the architect. This is the pinnacle of awareness, where individuals fully embrace the concept that everything is a system. They no longer see problems as isolated events, but as predictable outputs of their systems. Their approach is proactive. Instead of reacting to symptoms, they identify and optimize the root systems. When a problem occurs, their first question is, which system produced this undesirable result, and how can I improve it? Individuals at this level are above the forest, with a clear, panoramic view. They are systematic in their approach, documenting processes, creating checklists, and continuously seeking to refine and improve. The result is dramatically reduced stress, fewer errors, more predictable outcomes, significantly less work, and ultimately, greater freedom and profitability. They move from being controlled by circumstances to being the deliberate architects of their desired outcomes. Carpenter emphasizes that moving to level 3 is not an overnight transformation, but a journey that requires conscious effort and consistent application of the work the system principles. He assures readers that the benefits are profound, leading to a state where systems reliably produce the desired outcomes, allowing the individual to focus on high-level strategy, innovation, and personal pursuits, rather than being bogged down in daily firefighting. This chapter is a roadmap for personal evolution, showing how a change in perspective can unlock unparalleled control and efficiency.
Chapter 3. The Mechanics of the Systems Mindset, Documentation, Refinement, and Maintenance. Having established the foundational systems mindset and the 3 levels of awareness, Sam Carpenter moves into the practical application, detailing the mechanics of how to actually implement this philosophy. This chapter is the bridge between theoretical understanding and actionable steps, outlining the 3 core activities that transform chaos into controlled, predictable order: documentation, refinement, and maintenance. 1. Documentation, capturing the systems. Carpenter stresses that you cannot improve a system until you fully understand and objectively capture it. Documentation is the crucial first step. It's not about creating lengthy, bureaucratic manuals, but clear, concise, step-by-step instructions for every single process in your life and business. The power of objectivity. He advocates for stepping back and observing current processes as if you were an external, impartial observer. What actually happens rather than what you think happens or wish would happen. 2 main documentation types. Strategic Objectives, SOO. This is a concise, overarching document that articulates the grand vision, core values, and ultimate goals of your business or even your personal life. It answers the fundamental why and what.
It provides direction and ensures all microsystems align with the bigger picture. Working procedures, WPs. These are the granular, step-by-step instructions for every recurring task. How do you process an invoice? How do you answer the phone? How do you manage your email? Each WP should be so clear that anyone, even a novice, could follow it to achieve a consistent, desired result. They should be action-oriented, use plain language, and ideally include screenshots or flowcharts where helpful. The one-time fix. Carpenter argues that documenting a system correctly is a one-time intellectual effort that prevents infinite future problems. It allows for scalability, delegability, and consistency. 2. Refinement. Optimizing for peak performance. Once a system is documented, the next step is to improve it. This is where the true leverage of the systems mindset comes into play. Carpenter emphasizes a relentless, almost scientific pursuit of efficiency and effectiveness. Identify the optimal performance objective, OPO. For each system, what is the best possible outcome? What does perfect look like for this process? This objective guides the refinement. Seek incremental improvements. Refinement isn't about grand overhauls every time. It's often about small, continuous adjustments. Look for bottlenecks, redundancies, points of failure, and areas where effort is disproportionate to results. Leverage technology. Carpenter encourages using tools and software that automate repetitive tasks, reduce manual effort, and improve communication. Empower team members. Those who perform the tasks daily often have the best insights into how to improve them. Encourage their input and ownership in the refinement process. Fix the system, not the person. If a person repeatedly makes a mistake, the system is flawed, not necessarily the person. Refine the system to make errors less likely or easier to catch. 3. Maintenance, ensuring longevity and adaptability. Documentation and refinement are not one-time events. Systems require ongoing attention to remain effective and adapt to changing circumstances. Scheduled reviews. Regularly review SOOs and WPs to ensure they are still accurate, relevant, and optimal. What worked last year might not work today. Feedback loops. Establish clear channels for feedback from team members or users of the system. Are there new pain points? Are there opportunities for further improvement? Version control. Keep track of changes to WPs to understand the evolution of systems and ensure everyone is using the latest version. Training and onboarding. Use documented systems as the foundation for training new employees, ensuring consistent performance from day one. Carpenter stresses that these 3 activities form a continuous cycle. Documentation leads to refinement, which then requires ongoing maintenance, which often reveals new areas for documentation or further refinement. This methodical, objective approach transforms a chaotic environment into a predictable, high-performing operation, allowing the individual and their team to make more and work less by leveraging the power of optimized systems. This chapter provides the hands-on instructions needed to actually begin implementing the work the system philosophy.
Chapter 4. Your Strategic Objective. Defining Your North Star. Chapter 4 introduces what Sam Carpenter considers the single most powerful document you will ever create for your business and for your life. The Strategic Objective, SOO. This is not just a mission statement or a generic goal. It is a meticulously crafted, concise, and deeply personal declaration of your core values, your overarching purpose, and your ultimate vision for your organization or your life. Carpenter argues that without a clear and well-articulated SOO, all your efforts to document and refine microsystems will lack direction and coherence, leading to wasted energy and inconsistent results. It is your North Star, providing unwavering guidance. Carpenter recounts his own experience in developing his SOO, emphasizing that it was a painstaking but ultimately liberating process. He spent countless hours distilling his deepest aspirations and defining the absolute essence of his business. He stresses that the SOO is not meant to be a public marketing slogan, but an internal working document that every team member should understand and internalize. Key elements and characteristics of a powerful strategic objective. It's your why. The SOO answers the fundamental question of why your organization exists beyond simply making money. What problem does it solve? What value does it consistently provide? It's your what overall goal. It clearly articulates the overarching goal or desired state of your business. What does ultimate success look like? What kind of entity are you striving to be? Core values. The SOO must embody your non-negotiable core values. These are the principles that guide all decisions and actions, shaping the culture and ensuring ethical operation. Carpenter stresses that these values are not just words, they must be lived and demonstrated consistently. Customer-centric. A strong SOO always considers the customer. How do you serve them? What unique experience or benefit do you offer? It defines your ideal customer relationship. Employee-centric, if applicable. For a business, it defines the ideal relationship with employees, outlining the kind of environment you want to create and the expectations for team members. Concise and memorable. While it takes extensive thought, the final SOO should be brief enough to be easily understood and recalled. It should be a clear rallying cry.
positive and present tense. It should be phrased as if it is already true or an ongoing state, reinforcing a positive and aspirational outlook. Internal document. Primarily for internal use, to align all team members and guide decision-making. It's the ultimate filter for every new idea or change. Carpenter emphasizes that the process of creating the SOO is as important as the document itself. It forces deep introspection and clarity. Once defined, the SOO becomes the ultimate metric against which all other systems and individual actions are measured. Does this working procedure, WP, support our strategic objective? Does this new initiative align with our core values? If not, it should be reevaluated or discarded. He provides a powerful analogy. If your business is a ship, the SOO is the compass and the ultimate destination. Without it, you're merely drifting, reacting to currents, and never truly reaching your desired port. With it, every action, every small system is aligned and purposeful. This chapter positions the strategic objective as the paramount guiding document, ensuring that all efforts to work the system are not only efficient, but also directed towards a meaningful and desired future. It is the crucial first step in bringing deliberate, conscious control to the macro systems of your life and business.
Chapter 5. Working Procedures, the Heart of Your Systems. Following the establishment of the overarching strategic objective, Sam Carpenter dedicates Chapter 5 to the meticulous details of working procedures, which he identifies as the very heart and circulatory system of any effective systems-based operation. While the SOO defines the why and what, WPs explain the how, the precise step-by-step instructions for every recurring task that contributes to the achievement of the SOO. This chapter is intensely practical, providing the blueprint for creating the documents that will truly enable you to make more and work less. Carpenter distinguishes WPs from generic task lists or outdated manuals. Effective WPs are objective and factual. They describe what actually happens or what should happen, free from personal interpretation, emotional bias, or assumptions. They capture reality, not just ideals. Step-by-step clarity. Each WP must break down a task into its smallest, logical, sequential steps. No step should be assumed knowledge. The level of detail should be such that a completely new person, or even a robot, could follow it to achieve a consistent, predictable result. Action-oriented language. Use clear, concise verbs. Click here, enter data, verify with client, avoid ambiguity. Supported by visuals. Where appropriate, WPs should include screenshots, diagrams, flowcharts, or even short video clips. These visual aids drastically reduce misinterpretation and accelerate understanding. Identify trigger and outcome. Each WP should clearly state what event triggers the procedure, e.g., customer calls with a complaint, and what the desired outcome is, e.g., customer complaint resolved, logged, and customer satisfied. Identify responsible party. While a WP describes the process, it's helpful to know who is responsible for executing it, especially in a team environment. Living documents. WPs are not static. They must be easily accessible, frequently reviewed, and regularly updated to reflect improvements, changes in technology, or new best practices. Carpenter advocates for making them easily editable in a centralized digital location. Carpenter provides numerous examples of microsystems that require WPs: how to answer the phone, how to process an order, how to manage email, how to back up data, how to onboard a new client, how to prepare for a meeting, and even how to handle a common personal chore. He emphasizes that documenting every recurring process, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is crucial. The cumulative effect of these well-defined microsystems is what transforms a chaotic operation into a finely tuned machine. He details the profound benefits of well-crafted WPs. Consistency and quality ensures that tasks are performed the same way every time, leading to predictable quality and output. Delegation and scalability makes it easy to delegate tasks, train new employees rapidly, and scale operations without losing quality. If a system is documented, anyone can run it. Reduced errors and stress. By providing clear guidance, WPs minimize mistakes and reduce the mental load on individuals, freeing them from constant decision-making on routine tasks. Empowerment. Employees are empowered to perform tasks confidently and efficiently, rather than constantly asking questions or making assumptions. Continuous improvement. WPs provide a baseline for refinement. You can't improve a process until it's clearly defined. Carpenter recounts his own epiphany when he realized the power of documenting even simple tasks, leading to dramatic reductions in errors and workload. He encourages readers to start small, perhaps by documenting one frustrating recurring task, and then gradually expand. The core message is that by taking the intellectual effort up front to define your processes clearly, you invest in a system that will tirelessly work for you, allowing you to move from being a reactive firefighter to a proactive systems architect. This chapter is the practical engine room of the work the system methodology, turning abstract principles into concrete daily actions that yield measurable results.
Chapter 6. The Communication Environment. Fueling Your Systems. In Chapter 6, Sam Carpenter highlights a critical yet often overlooked component of successful system implementation: the communication environment. He argues that even the most perfectly documented strategic objectives and working procedures will fail if they are not supported by an effective, clear, and consistently maintained communication system. Just as blood flows through the circulatory system to nourish the body, information must flow efficiently and accurately throughout an organization or individual's life to fuel and maintain its systems. Carpenter asserts that most communication breakdowns stem from a lack of clarity in systems, not necessarily from malicious intent. People don't know what they don't know and often make assumptions that lead to errors. He advocates for a proactive and structured approach to communication, ensuring that everyone involved has access to the right information at the right time. Key aspects of an optimal communication environment. Centralized access to systems documentation. The SOO and all WPs must be easily accessible to everyone who needs them. This means a shared drive, an intranet, a cloud-based document management system, or a dedicated wiki. If people can't find the systems, they can't use them. Clear channels for feedback and improvement. Communication shouldn't be a one-way street. Establish simple, clear, and encouraged mechanisms for team members to provide feedback on WPs, suggest improvements, or flag issues. Carpenter emphasizes that those working in the systems often have the best insights for improving the systems. This fosters ownership and continuous refinement. Scheduled communication rhythms. Implement regular, structured communication points. Daily check-ins, brief, to align on priorities and flag immediate issues. Weekly meetings, focused, to review performance metrics, discuss system refinements, and celebrate successes. Carpenter stresses these should be efficient, follow a WP, and stick to a clear agenda. Monthly/quarterly reviews, to assess progress against the SOO and conduct deeper system audits. Ad hoc communication. While structured communication is vital, also foster an environment where people feel comfortable communicating in real time about emerging issues or quick questions, but always aiming to funnel those learnings back into system refinement. No news is good news, and bad news up front. Foster a culture where clear communication about system status is the norm. If a system is operating smoothly, minimal communication is needed. If a system is failing or encountering an issue, immediate and transparent communication is paramount. This prevents small problems from escalating. Use appropriate communication tools. Leverage technology to facilitate effective communication, from project management software and shared calendars to instant messaging for quick queries and email for formal documentation. The choice of tool should align with the communication's purpose and urgency. Assume nothing, document everything. Carpenter stresses that assumptions are the enemy of clear communication and effective systems. If something is important, it needs to be documented and communicated explicitly, not left to interpretation. Training on communication protocols. Ensure everyone understands how and when to communicate within the system. This includes understanding who to contact for what type of issue and the expected response times. Carpenter provides examples of how he transformed his own business by implementing a robust communication environment, leading to fewer errors, greater team cohesion, and ultimately, a significant reduction in his own workload. He argues that a well-oiled communication system acts as the lubricant for all other operational systems, ensuring smooth functioning and rapid adaptation. Without it, even the most brilliant SOO and WPs will gather dust, and the organization will revert to reactive firefighting. This chapter firmly positions effective communication not a soft skill, but as a hard, measurable system that directly impacts the bottom line and the overall success of the Work the System methodology.
Chapter 7. Your People, Empowering the Systems Operators. Chapter 7, Your People, Empowering the Systems Operators, focuses on the human element within the Work the System framework. Sam Carpenter argues that while systems are the mechanics, people are the vital operators and intelligence behind them. Acknowledging that people are often the most complex and variable part of any system, he provides strategies for selecting, training, empowering, and motivating team members to ensure they actively contribute to and champion the system's approach. This chapter moves beyond pure process to address the crucial role of human capital in achieving systemic excellence. Carpenter begins by emphasizing that the system's mindset fundamentally changes the relationship between management and employees. Instead of being reactive problem solvers or taskmasters, managers become system architects and facilitators. Employees, in turn, transition from simply following orders to becoming active participants in system improvement. Key principles for working with people in a systems-driven environment. Hire for systems fit. When recruiting, look for individuals who naturally align with a systems approach. Seek candidates who are detail-oriented, analytical, proactive problem solvers who look for systemic solutions and possess a desire for clarity and efficiency. They don't have to be systems experts, but should be open to and comfortable with working within defined procedures. Thorough onboarding and training using WPs. This is paramount. Instead of relying on ad hoc training, use your meticulously documented working procedures, WPs, as the primary training manuals. This ensures consistency, reduces ramp-up time, and sets clear expectations from day one. New employees should be trained not just on what to do, but why the system is designed that way, linking their tasks back to the strategic objective.
Empowerment and ownership. Once trained, empower your people to take ownership of the systems they operate. This means encouraging them to propose improvements. The people closest to a system often have the best ideas for its refinement. Create clear channels for feedback and suggestions. Carpenter emphasizes that if a person repeatedly makes a mistake, the system is flawed, not the person. Empower them to help fix the system. Troubleshoot system failures. Teach them how to identify when a system is breaking down and how to initiate the process for its repair or update. Understand the why. Ensure they understand how their specific WPs contribute to the overall strategic objective. This fosters a sense of purpose and meaning. Clear expectations and accountability. With well-documented systems, expectations become crystal clear. This allows for fair and objective accountability. If a system is not followed or if a system itself is performing poorly, it's easy to identify the breakdown. Carpenter stresses focusing on system performance and adherence rather than personal blame. Focus on continuous improvement, not blame. When errors occur, the focus should immediately shift to which system broke down and how can we refine it, rather than who messed up. This creates a culture of psychological safety where employees feel comfortable admitting errors and contributing to solutions without fear of retribution. The role of management transforms. Managers shift from being micromanagers to facilitators, coaches, and system architects. Their job is to ensure systems are documented, refined, communicated, and that people are empowered to operate them effectively. This frees managers for higher-level strategic thinking and innovation. Regular feedback and recognition. Provide structured opportunities for performance feedback based on adherence to systems and contributions to system improvement. Recognize and reward individuals who actively engage with the system's mindset and help refine processes. Carpenter shares personal anecdotes of how empowering his team through systems documentation transformed his business from a chaotic, people-dependent operation into a smooth, system-dependent one, dramatically reducing his daily involvement. This chapter serves as a crucial reminder that while systems are foundational, the human element is indispensable. By carefully integrating people into the system's framework, organizations can unlock unprecedented levels of efficiency, productivity, and employee engagement, ultimately contributing to the goal of making more and working less.
Chapter 8. Personal Systems. Applying the Mechanics to Your Life. Having thoroughly explored the application of the systems mindset in a business context, Sam Carpenter dedicates Chapter 8 to demonstrating its equally profound power in personal life. He argues that the very same mechanics of documentation, refinement, and maintenance, guided by a personal strategic objective, can transform individual chaos into predictable order, leading to greater personal freedom, less stress, and more time for what truly matters. This chapter is about taking back control of your own existence. Carpenter recounts his own personal journey of applying this systems approach, moving from a disorganized and reactive personal life, despite his business successes, to one marked by intentionality and efficiency. He emphasizes that just as a business is a collection of systems, so too is an individual's life. Key areas where personal systems can be applied. Developing a personal strategic objective. This is the foundation. Just like a business SOO, a personal SOO articulates your core values, your ultimate life vision, and what truly defines success and fulfillment for you. What are your deepest aspirations? What kind of person do you want to be? What legacy do you want to leave? This document becomes your personal North Star, guiding all your decisions and ensuring your personal microsystems are aligned with your grander purpose. Daily routines and habits, personal working procedures, WPs. Carpenter urges readers to document every recurring personal task and habit. This could include morning routine. How do you start your day for optimal energy and focus? Email management. How do you process and respond to personal emails efficiently? Financial management. How do you pay bills, track expenses, and manage investments? Health and fitness. How do you plan workouts, meals, and ensure adequate sleep? Household chores. How do you manage cleaning, groceries, and home maintenance? Personal learning/development. How do you dedicate time to reading, skill development, or hobbies? Each of these can be broken down into step-by-step WPs, ensuring consistency and reducing mental effort. Information management. How do you organize your digital and physical files? How do you manage your to-do lists and appointments? Establishing clear systems for information flow prevents mental clutter and lost opportunities. Relationship management. While perhaps less amenable to rigid WPs, Carpenter suggests that even relationship dynamics can benefit from a systems mindset. This might involve systems for regular communication with loved ones, planning quality time, or even protocols for conflict resolution. Time management as a system. Instead of just using a calendar, view time management as a system with WPs for scheduling, prioritizing, and protecting your most valuable time. This includes systems for delegating personal tasks or outsourcing chores. Refinement and maintenance. Just like business systems, personal systems require continuous review and adjustment. Are your morning routines still serving you? Is your fitness system producing the desired results? Be objective, identify bottlenecks, and refine.
Carpenter shares how applying this to his personal life allowed him to significantly reduce stress, gain more free time, improve his health, and deepen his relationships, all while maintaining his business successes. He emphasizes that the goal is not to become a robot, but to free up mental energy and time by automating the mundane, thereby allowing more space for creativity, spontaneity, and meaningful pursuits. Personal Systems is a powerful extension of the book's core philosophy, demonstrating that the principles of efficiency and control are universally applicable. By transforming personal chaos into predictable order through deliberate system design, individuals can achieve a profound sense of mastery over their lives, working less on routine tasks and making more time for their passions and purpose. This chapter is a compelling call to action for anyone seeking greater freedom and effectiveness in every facet of their existence.
Chapter 9. The Power of Leverage. Multiply Your Efforts. Chapter 9, The Power of Leverage, is where Sam Carpenter unveils the ultimate outcome and greatest benefit of successfully implementing the Work the System methodology, the ability to multiply your efforts and achieve disproportionate results with less personal exertion. This chapter synthesizes the previous concepts, illustrating how well-documented, refined, and maintained systems become powerful levers that amplify your productivity, scalability, and profitability, ultimately leading to genuine freedom from the daily grind. Carpenter defines leverage in the context of systems as the ability to get more done with less input, or to achieve a desired outcome consistently without your direct moment-by-moment involvement. This is the promised land, where you genuinely make more and work less. He breaks down how systems create this powerful leverage. Leverage through delegation. This is the most obvious form of leverage. Once a task is thoroughly documented as a working procedure, or WP, it can be easily delegated to someone else, an employee, a contractor, or even outsourced to a virtual assistant. The WP ensures consistency and reduces training time, allowing you to offload routine tasks confidently. Carpenter stresses that without documented systems, delegation often leads to more work for the delegator due to constant questions and errors. With WPs, you delegate the system, not just the task. Leverage through automation. Technology provides immense leverage. Carpenter encourages identifying repetitive, rule-based tasks that can be automated through software, apps, or smart tools. This frees up human time and reduces the potential for human error. Examples include automated invoicing, email filtering, scheduling software, or data synchronization tools. Automation is the ultimate worker that never tires and follows instructions perfectly if the system is well designed. Leverage through consistency and predictability. Well-defined systems produce consistent and predictable results. This in itself is a form of leverage. It means fewer errors, less firefighting, higher quality output, and greater customer satisfaction. This predictability builds trust, reputation, and allows for more accurate forecasting and planning, which are powerful levers for growth. Leverage through scalability. Documented systems are the bedrock of scalability. If your business systems are clearly defined, you can expand operations, open new branches, or onboard more clients without reinventing the wheel each time. New team members can quickly learn and contribute, allowing for exponential growth without a proportional increase in your personal involvement. Leverage through reduced mental load. By externalizing procedures into documented systems, you free up significant mental bandwidth. You're no longer holding endless lists of tasks or trying to remember how to do everything. This allows your mind to focus on high-level strategic thinking, innovation, problem-solving at the system level, and creative pursuits, activities that provide high leverage. Leverage through empowerment. Empowering your team with clear systems, as discussed in Chapter 7, creates leverage. When employees are competent, confident, and proactive in running and improving systems, their collective efforts become a powerful multiplier for the organization's success without requiring constant oversight from you. Carpenter shares personal stories of how he leveraged his systems to transform his business into a highly profitable entity that required minimal daily management from him, freeing him to pursue other interests and enjoy personal time. He emphasizes that this level of leverage is not about being lazy, it's about being strategically smart, investing intellectual effort upfront to create a self-sustaining engine. The power of leverage serves as the inspiring culmination of the Work the System methodology. It demonstrates that the diligent work of documenting, refining, and maintaining systems is not just about efficiency, but about creating genuine freedom. By applying the principles in this chapter, individuals and businesses can move beyond mere busy work to achieve true mastery and multiplied results, embodying the book's core promise of making more and working less. This is where the long-term rewards of the systems mindset truly manifest.
Chapter 10. The Maintenance Mindset. Nurturing Your Ecosystem. In Chapter 10, The Maintenance Mindset, Sam Carpenter shifts the emphasis from the initial creation and refinement of systems to the crucial, ongoing process of nurturing and sustaining them. He asserts that building great systems is only half the battle. Ensuring their longevity, relevance, and continued optimal performance requires a dedicated, proactive maintenance mindset. This chapter underscores that systems are not static. They are living, evolving entities within a dynamic environment, and without consistent care,
Even the best systems will degrade and fail. Carpenter begins by drawing an analogy to complex machinery or a thriving ecosystem. A well-built machine requires regular service and calibration. A garden needs continuous weeding, watering, and pruning. Similarly, business and personal systems demand consistent attention to remain effective. The danger, he warns, is complacency once initial improvements are made. Key elements of cultivating a maintenance mindset. Scheduled review and audit. Maintenance is not reactive, it's proactive. Establish regular, scheduled times to review your strategic objective (SOO) and all working procedures (WPs). SOO review. Annually or semi-annually, revisit your SOO. Does it still accurately reflect your core values and ultimate vision? Have your goals shifted? Ensure it remains your true North Star. WP reviews. Schedule reviews for individual WPs based on their criticality and frequency of use. High-frequency or high-impact WPs might need quarterly reviews, while less critical ones might be annual. This ensures they are current, accurate, and still the most efficient way to perform the task. Implement feedback loops. Encourage and establish clear, easy channels for team members or yourself for personal systems to provide ongoing feedback about WPs. System improvement suggestions. A dedicated mechanism, for example, a simple form, an agenda item in meetings, for proposing refinements. Error reporting. A non-punitive process for reporting when a system breaks down or produces an undesirable result, immediately triggering a review of that WP. Carpenter stresses that those operating the systems daily are often the first to identify inefficiencies or needed updates. Empowering them in the maintenance process fosters ownership in continuous improvement. Version control and centralized access. Ensure that all WPs are stored in a centralized, easily accessible digital location with clear version control. Everyone must always be using the most current version. Outdated WPs are a source of errors and frustration. Embrace incremental change. Maintenance isn't always about grand overhauls. Often, it's about making small, incremental adjustments based on feedback, new technology, or minor shifts in the environment. These continuous micro-refinements cumulatively lead to sustained peak performance. Stay aware of external changes. The external environment is constantly evolving. For example, new technologies, market shifts, regulatory changes. The maintenance mindset involves staying attuned to these external factors and proactively adjusting internal systems to remain relevant and competitive. Fix the system, not the symptom. If a problem recurs, resist the urge to apply a quick fix. Instead, trigger a deeper review of the underlying system. The symptom is a signal that the system needs maintenance or refinement. Training and retraining. As systems evolve, ensure that all relevant personnel are retrained on updated WPs. Never assume that because someone was trained once, they are up to date with the latest version of a system. Carpenter shares how consistent maintenance, even during periods of intense growth, allowed his business to continue running smoothly without requiring his constant direct intervention. This commitment to ongoing system health is what truly differentiates a temporary improvement from sustainable excellence. The maintenance mindset firmly establishes that the work the system methodology is not a one-time project, but a continuous philosophy. It demands vigilance, discipline, and a commitment to nurturing the systems that have been built. By embracing this ongoing commitment, individuals and organizations can ensure their systems remain efficient, effective, and reliable, consistently delivering the promise of making more and working less, freeing up time and energy for higher-level strategic work and personal fulfillment. This chapter is the key to long-term success and lasting freedom.
Chapter 11. The Ultimate Payoff: Freedom, Clarity, and Profit. In the concluding chapter, The Ultimate Payoff: Freedom, Clarity, and Profit, Sam Carpenter brings his transformative methodology to its powerful culmination. He reiterates that the diligent application of the work the system principles, adopting the systems mindset, documenting SOOs and WPs, fostering an effective communication environment, empowering people, and committing to continuous maintenance leads to a profound and multifaceted reward. This chapter is a vivid articulation of the promised land, a life and business characterized by genuine freedom, unparalleled clarity, and significantly enhanced profitability, allowing individuals to make more and work less. Carpenter begins by revisiting his own journey, emphasizing how this methodology rescued him from burnout and transformed his failing business into a thriving, self-managing entity. He paints a picture of what this ultimate payoff truly looks like, going beyond mere financial gain. 1. Freedom. Time freedom. This is perhaps the most tangible and immediately appreciated payoff. By establishing robust systems, routine tasks become automated, delegated, or efficiently executed, freeing up significant chunks of time. This means fewer long hours, fewer emergencies demanding your immediate attention, and more availability for strategic work, personal passions, family, and leisure. Carpenter stresses that this isn't just about reducing work, but about having control over how you spend your time. Geographic freedom.
With systems running independently, you are no longer chained to a specific location. You can work remotely, travel, or manage from a distance, knowing your operations are consistent. Mental freedom. Perhaps the most profound freedom. The systems mindset liberates you from the constant mental burden of remembering every detail, firefighting every crisis, and micromanaging every task. Your mind is freed from clutter and anxiety, allowing for greater creativity, focus on high-level strategy, and a general sense of calm. Financial freedom. Leveraged profit. While not solely about money, increased profitability is a natural outcome. Efficient systems reduce errors, optimize resource allocation, enhance customer satisfaction, and allow for scalability, all contributing to higher margins and greater revenue with less personal effort. This is the make more part of the equation, achieved through leverage. 2. Clarity. Clarity of purpose. The strategic objective provides an unwavering North Star, ensuring all actions are aligned with your core values and ultimate vision. This eliminates doubt and provides a clear direction for both your business and personal life. Clarity of operations. Documented working procedures provide crystal clear instructions for every task. Everyone knows exactly what to do, how to do it, and what the expected outcome is. This eliminates ambiguity, reduces errors, and streamlines processes. Clarity of expectations. With documented systems, expectations for employees, partners, and even oneself become explicit. This fosters clear communication, fair accountability, and reduces interpersonal friction. Clarity and problem solving. When issues arise, the systems mindset directs attention away from blame and towards objective analysis. Which system broke down and how can it be refined? This leads to effective, lasting solutions rather than temporary fixes. 3. Profit and sustained growth. Increased efficiency and reduced costs. Optimized systems inherently lead to more efficient use of resources, less waste, and lower operational costs. Higher quality and customer satisfaction. Consistent processes result in consistent quality, leading to happier customers, repeat business, and positive referrals. Scalability for growth. With well-documented systems, your business can grow rapidly without commensurate increases in chaos or personal workload, making expansion predictable and manageable. Enhanced valuation. A business with robust documented systems is inherently more valuable and attractive to potential buyers, as it is less dependent on the founder's daily presence. Carpenter emphasizes that achieving this payoff is not a passive process. It requires initial intellectual effort, consistent discipline, and a willingness to embrace change. However, the investment, he argues, yields exponential returns in terms of peace of mind, productivity, and personal fulfillment. The ultimate payoff serves as a powerful motivator and a compelling vision for what is possible when one deliberately chooses to work the system. It's a testament to the idea that true success isn't about working harder, but about working smarter by building self-sustaining engines that tirelessly serve your goals. This chapter leaves the reader inspired and equipped with the confidence that the journey toward making more, working less, and living a life of profound freedom and clarity is not just a dream, but a practical, achievable reality through the power of systems.
And there you have it, our extensive journey through Work the System, the simple mechanics of making more and working less, revised 3rd edition 2019 by Sam Carpenter. What a truly transformative read. From adopting the fundamental systems mindset and meticulously documenting your strategic objective and working procedures, to empowering your people, applying these principles to your personal life, and embracing the crucial maintenance mindset, Carpenter provides a complete blueprint for escaping overwhelm and stepping into a life of intentional control. This isn't just theory, it's a battle-tested methodology that promises profound freedom, unwavering clarity, and significantly increased profitability. It's about building a self-sustaining engine that works for you, allowing you to focus on innovation, growth, and living a life of purpose. If this deep dive into Sam Carpenter's wisdom has resonated with you, if it's inspired you to start seeing the systems in your world, and if it's given you the tools to take back control, then please show your appreciation. Hit that like button, share this video with anyone who's striving for greater efficiency and freedom in their work and life, and crucially, make sure you subscribe to BookMint for more illuminating summaries of the books that truly make a difference. Thank you for joining us on this essential exploration. Until next time, remember, don't just work in the system, truly work the system.